Can I panic now? Not time to panic. Kinda wanna panic. Don't need to panic. Oh, I'm pretty sure I'm panicking. I need to stay calm. A lot of panicking going on. And then, with the music. Gotta go Alec Baldwin from Glengarry Glen Ross. Music's for winners only. Leafs lose 5-1 to the Florida Panthers. And with all the changes that Dale Talon's made, the Panthers are a much better team, much changed, but they're not this good. Once again, I don't really have any highlights to show you. And I'm not going to talk about the game goal by goal. This one's going to be short. Because here's what we're looking at. Despite 2 straight losses, that's pretty generous. Despite 2 straight ass kickings, the Leafs still have a pretty good record. And injuries aside, because every team has injuries, some things need to improve. Now, earlier this season, I kind of talked about mistakes, and the Leafs were making less mistakes. Not necessarily producing more good things, but rather reducing the bad. All the mistakes that we've seen in the last few seasons, we've seen in the last few games. The offense can't score. The defense just have miscues all over the place, and the goaltending, whether it's Gustafsson or Scrivens, can't seem to make up for it. And Gustafsson, I got a rip on. Because I will stay true and stand pat on what I said about him before. He's not as bad as people think. Puts himself out of position a lot, but he makes some pretty outstanding saves. And on most nights the Monsters played this season, the Leafs haven't exactly put him in the best position to win. Some of you may think that position is goaltending, but he just has this penchant for letting in lets in the sort of goal that makes you so mad you want to yell at the TV, but you don't because you're embarrassed for him. And the Leafs absolutely don't play the same in front of Gustafsson as they do in front of Reimer. And I'm starting to see why. Because it doesn't matter how many outstanding saves Gustafsson makes in a game. He stops 40 shots in the first period. Every single shot has the potential to go in. Now, Reimer will let in a stinker. Ryan Miller's had a few pretty bad games so far. But with Gustafsson, it's chronic and the team can't trust him. It's like you ever been heading to an exam or a job interview or just something really important? You're cutting it a little close, but you should be fine. You're driving and maybe, oh, you know what? I'm going to take this route because I know it normally takes less time. And you know what? I'm going to take the subway because it's faster. But then you hit traffic. You get stuck in the subway and you're screwed. Now, every time you take that route, every time you get in that subway car, you're thinking about it. I'm heading to an exam, I'm heading to an important meeting, my mind's going a million miles a minute. I don't need to worry about this crap. And as bad as the Leafs have been the last few games, I'm thinking that's what they're thinking. Oh, here comes another Kaspars Dolgavin's goal. And Scrivens has struggled the last couple games too, but I'm really annoyed with the fans that are chirping him. First of all, watch a Marley's game ever, and you'll know that last year he did very well. He proved he was far too good for the ECHL, and when he came up to the AHL, he proved to be one of the better goaltenders in the league. And I said in the preseason, I have confidence in Scrivens playing in net for the Leafs. Now, I don't know if I ever said this part in video form, but I know for sure I either said it on Twitter or Facebook or something. I don't want him to get called up until mid-season-ish. There's a reason they call it mid-season form. And the transition from AHL to NHL is pretty big. Last year, Reimer at least got a month or two of facing NHL shots at practice. But unfortunately, due to injury, they're just like, okay, we'll try Scrivens against Columbus, which was a great idea. And then for some reason, they were like, all right, he just had his first NHL start. Let's start him in back-to-backs and have it be against the Stanley Cup champions. Who told you that was a good idea? And I know the saying, hey, if he's good enough, he should be able to play. Gustafsson got shelled the last time when the Leafs lost 6-1 or 2 or whatever. But I wasn't sure it was the right idea at the time. It ended up not being it, and I still have confidence in Scrivens. Just so I don't spend the whole video just, emphasis on the goaltenders. Nikolai Kulemin only has 2 goals and 6 points in 15 games, and that's just not good enough. After 11 points in his first 10 games, Phaneuf hasn't registered a single point in 5. Matthew Lombardi, as great as he's been at times, fast skater in big situations, key defensive situations, generating scoring chances, he's a team worst -7. I know Bozak's role has changed, but not a single point for the last 6 games. And Luke Schenn's performance has been pretty poor this season, but he got benched, came out full of piss and vinegar in the first period against Florida, and then I don't know what he did in a past life. But the bad luck he's having is stunning. So before you go saying, oh, the goalies suck. No. Right now, and I don't care how good their record is, the Leafs suck. Collective suckage. Yeah, Kessel went 4 games without a goal, but during that time he had 3 assists. In net, defensively and offensively, other players need to step it up. And I'm pretty sure that's what the players said at their meeting before practice today. Next game, on the road, St. Louis Blues. The Leafs need the win in this one, but if they don't, I won't be upset. The best team in the league every season loses like 30 plus games. All I'm asking is they compete, they try, and they stay with them. Because if you do that enough, you might win. End rant and scene. What say you?